sure it's still working. And we want to, well, we're going to be receiving cars today. So you'll notice we're receiving a few vehicles. So I'm just going to go over what what you need in order to get this glitch to work. First of all, you need two players. Both players need to have the following things. You need to both have a CEO office. You both need to be friends in the PSN network. So you need to be both friends with each other. You need to have under managed vehicles, vehicle preferences, vehicle access to all, to everyone. If you're still not able to give access to everybody, you at least need to have access to friends and crew, or just friends. But you need to give the other person access to your vehicles. That includes the mobile operation center. And both players must do that. And you both need to give each other access to your mobile operations center. So you need to be friends, you need to have a CEO office, you need to give access to all your vehicles, including mobile operations center. You're going to need, in the CEO office is a laptop. You need to purchase the vehicle warehouse business, which is the middle business. It's a second business. So you both need to have a vehicle warehouse. The vehicle warehouse must be in two separate locations, so you can't both have the same vehicle warehouse or it won't work. Set yourself up in a close friend lobby or an invite only lobby so that you don't have other people joining you, because that could impact the glitch as well. And you both need to have a bunker. You both need to own a bunker. And in the bunker, you both need to own an MOC, Mobile Operations Center. So make sure you do that you both own a Mobile Operations Center. And in the Mobile Operations Center, look at my screen right now, and this is where you can buy it. Over here, War Stock Cash and Carry, you can buy a Mobile Operations Center. You've got to make sure that you renovate the third bay so that the third bay shows as personal vehicle storage. You need to make sure that both players have that ability. And in the vehicle warehouse, you must buy a special vehicle for the vehicle warehouse. Again, Warstock Cash and Carry under the Import Export DLC. Looking at my screen right now, there's 7 out of 8 vehicles that are eligible. And those are the 7 vehicles that have the ability to take on more than one passenger. Little silhouette here tells you how many passengers can go on the vehicle. So the ramp buggies is one of the vehicles that you can use. The Phantom Wedge, Technical, Wastelander, Armored Box, Runer 2000, and the Rocket Voltic. The Blazer Aqua is not eligible. So Rocket Voltic, Runer 2000, Armored Box, Wastelander, Technical A, Phantom Wedge, Ram Buggy are all eligible. This one is the one that is not, because it cannot take more than one passenger. Further to that, you will need to have the person who is receiving the vehicle will need to have a donor vehicle. This donor vehicles, you're going to lose it. It's going to get deleted. It's going to get replaced by the vehicle you receive. So you just want to make sure that it's not a vehicle you wanted to keep. Okay, so in this case, I'm going to be receiving the vehicle. So I'm going to get an invite from the other player who's going to go into the vehicle warehouse, register as a CEO, then invite me to the vehicle warehouse. This will speed up the process of receiving the vehicle, and it'll allow me not to have to like travel too far. I just do this to save time. Obviously, you can travel if you want to their vehicle warehouse. It's really up to you. So while I'm waiting for the invite, I'm just going to show some vehicles that I have in my Vinewood Club garage. Since this account, I'm basically trying to get 5 levels, and each level has like a non-Yankton rare plate, and I want them all to be blanks. Then I'm transferring over from my other account some blank plated vehicles. And since I have quite a few Panic plates, Liberty City plates, I'm going to focus on transferring over some Pounder plates and some LS Carmi plates. So the first one I'm transferring over is an LS Carmi plates. So you'll see the process from the receiver's point of view. So once I'm in the CEO, I get kicked out, or I leave the CEO once I'm in the vehicle warehouse. And then from here, I just request my mobile operation center through my through my blue interaction menu. I go to service vehicles, mobile operation center, request mobile operation center. From here, I send a screenshot to the person who's gifting, and they will go pick it up. I don't move. I just wait for the MLC to be returned. Don't want to avoid any police activity or any kind of gang wars, because there's a lot of gang wars around the vehicle warehouses. Literally just wait. And I wait for the MLC to be returned. Now, because the person who's gifting is familiar with their own vehicle warehouse, they're the ones who go pick it up, and I always insist on being on the gifter picking up the MLC, because they'll know exactly where to park it.
You have forgotten about.
Once the mobile operation center is returned, you go and check what's in the back of the mobile operation center. And in this case, I have nothing. Since I have this vehicle with blank plates, I'm gonna use it as a donor vehicle. So drive it in, walk out, walk back in, and drive it out. when you walk in, you can also invite the other person to get into your mobile operations center. That one's really up to you. I like to do this, just cleaner, especially that I'm using two consoles. Alright, so far the glitch is still working. So drive out of the vehicle. So I'm the receiver, I'm the one driving the vehicle from my mobile operation center. And the gifter goes into the pause menu. And when I get prompted once to press right on the D-pad, I press it once. It'll kick out the person who's gifting. And then I park the vehicle away from traffic or from any kind of potential hazard area that'll cause issues. And what I mean by issues, gang wars, police issues, bottlenecks, like traffic jams. Then the person who's gifting will send me a CEO invite, which I will accept. And they will then request a vehicle from the vehicle warehouse, which we went through at the beginning of the video. So if you want to know which vehicles are eligible for this glitch, at the beginning of the video I'll go through in detail the vehicles that are eligible for the glitch. In this case I'm using a Runer 2000. Now the gifter opens up their blue interaction menu as they get into their vehicle warehouse special vehicle, which is found under manage vehicles special vehicle, and it's some of the special vehicles that are part of that list. There's other vehicles that are not eligible for this that are part of that list. Alright, so then drive towards the garage door, gently tap it, and then the person receiving will open up their blue interaction menu, at which point they advise the person who's gifting that they have opened theirs, and the gifter will close theirs with circle, pressing back. At which point the gifter ends up in the vehicle warehouse, so the receiver leaves the CO, goes into the blue interaction menu under service vehicles, mobile operations center, request mobile operations center. At which point they send a screenshot of where that vehicle will spawn, and then the gifter goes and picks it up. Now you could drive there, you can fly there, or you can teleport there. I prefer to teleport. Teleporting also allows me to know if Anahuac is still working, because I used the Anahuac to teleport, but all of this is really up to you. Up to this point, the glitch is still working. Now I'm waiting for the mobile operation center to be returned and to be parked somewhere safe. Again, it's the gifter that goes and picks up the mobile operation center and returns it back and parks it. You'll need to park it somewhere where it's close to the vehicle warehouse and where it won't cause any kind of traffic jam or issues. Because you need to have a solid blue circle on the back in order to do the next part of the glitch. Once it's well parked, the person who's gifting goes and hides behind the trailer, the MOC trailer, by pressing R1. And then the person who's receiving will head on the back of the trailer. They will need to be in front of the blue circle, the solid blue circle. Well, solid, it's just, it's not flickering. And then you press down on the D-pad, select the character, let go of both buttons, press circle. Press on the D-pad, select the character, let go of both buttons, press circle. And you do that 2 or 3 times. In this case, I'm going to do it 3 times. And then I enter alone. At which point I see nothing but a black screen. And then the person who's gifting will go ahead and drop the vehicle off in the spot where the vehicles are dropped off. Until the vehicle is dropped off, you stay in the absolute black screen. If you see anything but a black screen, including a loading circle, it means it hasn't worked. You need to start again. And if you have anything else but a black screen or a loader or it's just constantly not working, review all of your settings and review that you don't have the same vehicle warehouse, which I mentioned earlier. As I mentioned earlier, the vehicle that I'm gifting is the Tesseract. It's got the blank plates. So now you press down on the D-pad, and with your right joystick, you try to remember where your character was that you selected earlier before you quit out of story mode, because you won't be able to see it, but you need to do the same functions. Let go of both buttons, press circle to not enter story mode, head on over towards the car, press triangle to get into the vehicle. And now you have received the vehicle. If you're doing this back to back, then you can invite the other person into the vehicle. There we go. So there, the glitch is still working. Hey, Roberto. I'm going to do back to back. So drive it out, drive back into the MLC to make sure that it's saved. Because until you drive it out and minimum drive back into the MLC, the vehicle is still not saved. It's still not under you. And now I'm going to just request from my mechanic. Well, I'm going to test it after. I think it'll still work.
Need me to bring you a ride?
So I haven't tested it yet, Roberto. It's the next thing I'm doing.
I'll get there as soon as I can.
So what I'm doing right now is I'm bringing a vehicle that's in the garage that I want the Tesseract into. And I'm going to drive it into the back of the MOC, and they're both going to switch places. Perfect. I'm going to walk out, walk back in. I think it's still working, Roberto, because both NOx still working. So I think it's going to be related to your timing on the pressing the buttons. How many times did you try it? Because I must have tried it for like 2 hours straight for a week before I was able to glitch out at the arena. Sometimes people tell me it doesn't work after only trying it a few times. Oh, but it worked yesterday. For sure it worked yesterday. Because I was doing it yesterday. Like I have a video yesterday showing me glitching, merging, so it still works. Alright, so doing back to back. Not gonna go too much detail into these steps. By this point, since it's back to back, you can review the beginning of the channel. Yeah, I'm not sure what you mean by it did. What do you mean by it did, Roberto? It's in my playlist. I have two playlists and one of them is about merging, so it's the one with the merging one. It goes through all the settings. Have you ever successfully glitched out, Roberto? Like in the through the car to car, like through the arena war? Okay. Yeah, yeah. So go start look at the playlist. There's part one and part two. It's in the I'll even put the link to the to this video. I should probably do that regularly. I'll put a link of it in this video. It's because your timing is off. That's all. And when I say that's all, I know it sucks. It sucks that to kind of get that answer, but at the same time, it's kind of a good thing. Oh, actually, I'll put the link on the video I do next when I'm merging. But yeah, check the playlist, and and like I reveal everything like Anawak, the whole thing, man. Nothing is hidden. It's just a matter of practice. And a lot of times after you see it, and you see like I'm not a good gamer, dude. I'm a terrible gamer. If I can do it, you can do it. Promise you. But I'm doing the merch next, so I'll be doing a different broadcast, but I'll be doing the merch next. I test the glitch every single day to make sure it still works. Because there might be days where it doesn't work, and at least you'll know by checking my stream if it works or doesn't work. Yes, I only did the story mode thing twice this time. But don't worry. It's risky, but I only did it twice. It worked. What I'm doing right now is I'm getting a vehicle with a blank plate, and I'm gonna have to leave the game. Actually, maybe not. Hold on. You can stay in this page for a while, as you can see. And get a pounder car. There you go. And like I said earlier, you drive out, drive back in order to make sure this is still yours. This saves the vehicle. Yeah, this is a dope car with the blank pounder plate. It'll be a really great addition to my collection. Alright, so I'm heading over to my garage and then I'm going to bring out the vehicle that I'm going to use for merges. Got a couple pounder cars here, pounder plates. So got 3 now, but only 2 have blanks. Now I got 2. Very, very nice LS car meat plates that are blank. Now, if anybody has any blank plates already, cars with blank plates, and you have another car that has like a rare, like a panic plate of sorts, or a Liberty City, or Las Venturas, LS car meat, pounder, and you just want to simply merge so you can create a blank plate, you just merge those on top of a blank plate car, and the plate will remain blank, and it'll change the type of plate. To keep the external color of the vehicle and the plate blank, that's a whole different process. It's a long process, so I'm not going to go too much into the detail about that one. This is such a cool car with the blank panic plates. So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to merge this on top of the Drift Yosemite because it looks really cool. But I'm going to do it on the Drift Yosemite that has blank plates. So that way I maintain the blank plates. Alright, next stop is to merge. So thank you for watching, and I will see you shortly.